Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that y'all should definitely keep in your watch list for tomorrow. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of last night's video. Now, before we begin, again, as always, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these uploads. So let's begin. Right off the bat, the futures market officially opened. And right now, it looks like it wants to bounce. It looks like it does. I'm not going to lie. It's up by 0.74%, 0.75%. Nasdaq is up by like 0.8% right now. If let's say today, right? Today it was to close like this. It would be bullish. It would be a bullish harami on the chart. Somebody could argue that the combination of these two is a bullish harami, and the next candle could look like this. All right. My argument to that is that if I look at the previous candles over here, and also you got to look at everything all at once, every individual stocks in the market. The market has the tendency to do these things, right? On this day, it opened up here at the same price, kind of like what happened today, and then it looked really green throughout the morning, leading into like the afternoon. People were excited. They thought, oh, this is just a little dip, it just bounced, right? We shouldn't be worried. And then there was a rug pull in the afternoon, and then the same thing happened again on Friday, which I warned you guys about will happen in the afternoon. All right, it's been a common trend. It's looking green right now. If it doesn't go up here, if it doesn't go to like 44.60, and we don't see some type of continuation and a move above like 45.80, the market is still sus. I would tell y'all to really be careful on being overly bullish, right? Is this a phenomenal dip buy? Well, it looks like it. It looks like a good day trading opportunity, at least for day trading. All right, because again, keep your eyes on the market. We're gonna look at QQQ as well, or Nasdaq, I should say. Yeah, so Nasdaq right now is bouncing off of this previous level right there. All right, so if it does hold, and we see this structure, we can see this thing bounce towards these levels. It may even try to like form it might try to retest these previous levels of resistance, and then later on it could collapse and form a dead cat bounce, right? Like, I don't know how far this thing can go, whether it's going to be this huge or whether it's gonna be like just something small like that, and then it's just gonna collapse again. All right, the sentiment in the market right now is not, it's not too great, and I would tell y'all to be very careful and to not go in too heavy for those of you who are long-term investors and who are dollar cost averaging in, because the chances are it could go lower. If this level gives out, we could see like the 13,000 level for the Nasdaq. So just keep that in mind. It could happen. It could happen. Now, the stock that y'all should keep in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is SE. All right, and SE right now, again, it had a tremendous downfall from like 372 all the way down to 155, right? And if you look on the chart again, we're gonna zoom in. So far, the trend is down. The trend is very bearish. It's not very smart to fight the trend. It is at a tremendous dip, though. I'm not gonna lie. It is at a huge dip. So two things are going to happen tomorrow. One of two things. If we look on the 1 hour time frame and we zoom over here, this is looking bearish. At first glance, this is looking quite bearish right here, and it broke down on Friday morning right there. All right, and tomorrow, if everything stays green with the Nasdaq, it could open up higher at like 157, right? And if the market does the same trend that we've been seeing throughout the past week, where it gives investors false hope and goes over here to retest this line at 167, right? Chills over there all the way until the probably the last hour even. And then we see another rug pull. It could happen. Like we could see that happening. Again, the structure is bearish. It broke down cleanly. Now it all depends on whether we experience a dead cat bounce in the market, which again, the possibilities are still there. Now, if it's a trap, if this thing is a trap, it should close above 170. Like it really should close above 170 if it's a bear trap. But if it's not a bear trap, watch this stock for that move right here. A bounce up to 160-ish, followed by a drop into the close, followed by a continuation down. That is pretty much everything kind of tumbles over. So that's the stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list. Day trading opportunities, again, if you zoom in closely into like the 3-minute or the 5-minute, there may be some day trading opportunities on either side. Like the market might make it even easier. It depends on what happens intraday. All right, so just keep that in mind for tomorrow. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Some of y'all asked some wonderful questions. The first one that we're going to tackle is HIMS. All right, now with HIMS, let's go over here to the daily. This is not something that I would personally touch. I wouldn't touch this thing. And maybe the person who is asking about this is seeing the falling wedge, which now that I see it like on a bigger scale, I do see the falling wedge. It's right here. The falling wedge is on the chart, and I'm sure a lot of people are, maybe not a lot of people, just some people, or maybe this is the first time you've seen this on this channel, right? So there is a falling wedge on here. Is this thing bullish? For now. It has to behave. It has to consolidate. And it has to it has to pretty much go over here at $5. And then it needs some huge volume. Like this is what, 2 million. It needs something like 10 to 15 million in volume, maybe even 20 million at the pop to really convince people to jump on this thing for an opportunity to the long side. It looks quite clean. I just don't think it's ready yet. And it does have contracts. That is why I'm actually talking about this. If it didn't have contracts, I wouldn't talk about it, because it's like it's kind of a penny stock. Again, penny stocks, anything under $5, penny stock. All right, but it has options, so I guess it's definitely worth mentioning. And there is a structure on there for those of y'all who are looking for these cheap opportunities for a move higher towards like the $8 region. It's going to take a while to, again, just be very patient with this one. It has to behave. If it doesn't, it will waste your time, and it's just going to sit here at the same exact price until earnings, and everybody will lose on both sides. That's my thoughts on HIMS. The next one that we're going to talk about in today's video, we're going to talk about ATVI. ATVI was recently bought out by Microsoft for around like $68 billion, I think, or $65 billion. I'm not sure what the number was. And it spiked huge, and it left some giant gaps over here. It didn't even fill the previous one, and it created another one right here. And somebody could argue that, yeah, this is an island gap reversal, right? Let me see if it's there on the weekly. It's not there on the weekly. It's not. Over here, it's just one gap on the side. It's not there on the weekly. And even if you look at the weekly, like the next week is gonna open up probably like around here. And I'm willing to bet that it's going to go all the way down. It's going to trickle all the way down here, and then it's going to consolidate. And what's going to happen next, I don't know. All right. But for the short term, I'm not bullish on this thing. It's slowly fading because people are slowly taking their money off the table. And that's my honest thoughts on the stock. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are brand new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:20 a.m. Central Time, and a post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. This one is a little bit late. It's probably gonna be released like 11 p.m. I know. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at NGumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. If you have any questions about any stocks of interest, again, don't forget to drop those in the comment section of this video. I go through them, I read them, and then I pick the right ones with the right contracts. Some structures on there to talk about these in these videos. Also, if you are brand new to trading and you would like to get started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to get started and for you to have all the tools you need to get started in the stock market. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you tomorrow morning at 8:20 a.m. Central Time.